What's up, everybody? My name is RaisorBlade. Well, it's that time of year again. The time for spring and eggs and Jesus Christ. I mean bunnies. Of course, I mean bunnies. Why would we think about Jesus Christ on his birthday? Or is it his birthday? I don't know. There's a lot of debate about that. But the point is, a lot of people like to talk about Jesus Christ on Easter, and a lot of times people like to talk about a fucking rabbit on Easter. But I'm not one for religion or politics, so I'm not really going to get into that. The point is, let's talk about Hop, shall we? So a lot of you know about Illumination Entertainment, the same people who made, like, Despicable Me, Minions, that kind of shit, that are fucking everywhere right now. Basically, yeah, it's, I guess I should go ahead and give my thoughts on Illumination. I think they're fine. I'm not a big fan of their movies. Like, Despicable Me and stuff, I always thought was harmless. Nothing special, but fine. Perfectly harmless little kids film, that's fine. Lorax, I thought sucked. Lorax was a terrible film. Nothing but marketing, nothing but trying to be a corporate sellout, all that kind of stuff. I hated it. The Secret Life of Pets, I know what it was trying to be, but it fails because the story was very weak, its main two characters were very weak. It's just not a good film, in my opinion. Like I said, it's a harmless movie for little kids, but at the same time, it's like, I know it can be better. It could have been so much better, in my opinion. I haven't seen Sing yet, but from what I've heard, Sing is actually pretty good for an Illumination film, as they go. But yeah, there's always one movie that everyone seems to forget that Illumination made too, and that movie was Hop. And I figured, for the sport of the season of Easter and stuff like that, I figured, why not watch it? For the sake of Easter, let's sit down and watch Hop. I've never seen this movie before, but given the fact that it's from the same director as Alvin and the Chipmunks, yeah, the live-action 2007 live-action Chipmunks film, I'm not hoping for much. Nope, I'm not hoping for much. So yeah, we're going to sit down, we're going to enjoy Hop together, because I love to suffer, and I know I love making you guys suffer with me. I'm kind of a sadist like that, so with that being said, let's sit down and watch Illumination Entertainment's Hop. Happy Easter, everybody. Here we go. Alright, the movie will begin in 3, 2, 1. I thought for sure I was watching an Illumination film, not a Land for Time sequel. These fucking minions, they're everywhere.
Hi, I'm Fred O'Hare, the first human Easter Bunny.
What?
Sounds insane, you say? It'll make sense once you know how it all went down.
Okay, I mean, I'm definitely fucking peaked. My interest is definitely fucking peaked now. Like I said, I've never seen this movie before, so I have no idea what to expect. Kind of reminds me of Willy Wonka, in a sense. Yeah, a lot like Willy Wonka, if you ask me. I mean, the animation isn't too bad. I mean, Illumination is a good animation company. Tim Hill, the guy who gave you that shitty Chipmunk movie. That's who to blame, guys.
Oh, careful. Carlos, too much marsh, not enough mallow.
Exactly, senor. I was just going to say that.
Bill, too much marsh, not enough mallow.
Did you just call him Senor? I don't know, maybe I just misheard it.
Ay. I am so sorry, senor. I will deal with it.
He called him Senor.
It's just right around the corner, Carlos. There's no room for error.
Si, senor.
Remember this, CB. We can't make any mistakes.
Are all the chickens Mexican? If that's so, we might have a problem.
Little bunny.
Oh, so the Mexican rabbit is evil, I guess. Wow, that wasn't a fake looking CGI star at all, was it? That was bad. That was so fake. Doesn't this kid look a little old to be Easter Bunny? Be believing in the Easter Bunny? This kid looks like he's maybe 12 or 13. Okay, the Easter Bunny has a sleigh with magic flying chickens. Because that's not ripping anyone off, is it? Also, how shitty of an Easter Bunny is this guy? Like, he's just parking wherever he wants for anyone to see him? At least Santa Claus would be a little more subtle and stealthy, I guess. I don't know, is it just me or this kid looked like he's way too old to be believing in the Easter Bunny? This kid looks like he's 12. I stopped believing in the Easter Bunny when I was like 8. 20 years later. He's like 30-some years old now. Like, seriously, that kid was way too old. They have notes.
Fred, we're just doing this because we love
This guy's like in his 30s.
Hey, well, I don't
know, this guy should be having a job. I agree with the parents. I agree with everybody here. Like, why is this guy 30 years old living with his parents?
Sometimes I think you adopted me because Fred was such a disappointment.
Wow.
Oh my.
Hurtful statement.
You're not denying it.
Eat your dinner.
I'm not gonna lie, that's a funny line right there.
Go on, Dobby.
It's fucking harsh, but I love it.
Wasn't what you, Fred. Nothing is ever good enough for you.
Well, you don't want me to settle, do you?
Settling is fine.
Hey,
I don't know, I'm with everybody else. I don't agree with this guy at
I
all.
was gonna do something great.
Yeah, I'm kind of with the dad here. You can't just expect being mediocre to great like that. You gotta grow over time, buddy. You gotta get a job first, save money, and then build yourself up. You gotta work your way to greatness, dude. Well, there's that copyright claim. How does he not see his dad in front of him?
What about China?
Oh, it's candy, woman. What? Madam, please. All right. So we haven't cracked China yet.
Okay, that was... I don't know, was that racist?
No, E.B., you look. You are going to be the Easter Bunny. You need to get it together, get rid of these drums, and get your priorities straight. I'll see you out there.
I don't see why you can't be both. Like, the Easter Bunny works one night a year. Everybody else is doing this factory shit. So it's like, what's the problem? He can still do it. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, so they have a hole that magically teleports you to anywhere in the world? Yeah, look. It can take you to anywhere in the world, but they need a sleigh to pull off Easter? Why? That doesn't make any sense.
No. Look, it's an entry-level position
Entry level?
at a video game company.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
I know.
This guy's like...
If it means that much to
I
you.
mean, look, I love video games, but, like, if I needed a job, I'd suck it up and try to get a job.
You shave and you...
Like, I'm only 22, and I got my life more in order than this guy does. It's kind of sad and pathetic. I'm sorry.
Anyway, he has dogs, and you know I'm scared of dogs, so take over for me.
You're afraid of dogs? What kind of chick is afraid of dogs?
Yes, and Beverly.
I figure every chick, like, loves them.
Loves not forget to feed the dogs.
Got it.
So basically, you're giving him the keys to your boss's house?
I put the address in the
Because this isn't a bad idea whatsoever.
Fred,
Yeah.
if you screw up, I'll kill you.
Why not just let him crash with you, if it's such a big deal? Like,
But it says here that ever since 1971, the Playboy Mansion has been home to sexy bunnies from around the world.
Friend,
okay, that's kind of funny. I'll give it that much. This is actually pretty clever.
I am both.
Of course, we gotta have another copyrighted song in this, shouldn't we? Let me guess, he's gonna get hit by a car.
Whoa. Oh, look at this.
Yeah, he's gonna get hit by a car. It's gonna happen.
Oh, Fred's new
He's not even watching the road. Look at the dumbass.
oh, I see, car.
Yeah, called it.
Wow!
Even if the car barely hit him, he should still be dead.
Oh, it's still alive. I gotta help him out. Oh, this'll...
I love how he doesn't question the fact that this rabbit has clothes on. Like, no. Well, this seems kind of familiar, doesn't it? Remember this from the Alvin and the Chipmunks movie? Where Simon freaked the fuck out? Not Simon, Dave. I don't know why I said Simon. I meant Dave. When Dave freaked the fuck out. This is just like Alvin and the You can dare say this is a direct ripoff of it.
Sorry, what are the newspapers for, because I'm not really a voracious reader or anything.
You know, you're an animal, so we all know. Animals.
Oh, I
Well,
am.
he has the ability to wear clothes though, which you still haven't brought up.
Like a pig.
Easter will be clear sailing, senor.
Not the son, my son, E.B.
Oh, that son. Oh, yes. I almost forget. The rabbit hole was used.
Why does he have to be Mexican? Like why does he have to be Mexican?
How could he just take off like this? It's just not like him.
Fucking animated fathers who act like this really are annoying. Like they're so cliche at this point in time.
Freeze!
Why would he freak out over a bunch of rabbits? Who would yell at rabbits to freeze? Freeze, you animal in a domestic habitat? Like, that's so dumb.
Hey, look, Fred, can you believe it? They've got drum kit in here.
Oh my god, rock band? Seriously? Just like Alvin and the Chipmunks!
Look, Fred, wow!
Right.
But I want to stay with you.
Why?
Please don't go. I'm already late.
Seriously, what has James done to earn this? Like, seriously,
I'll behave.
all EB's done is got hit by a car by this guy. That's really about it.
There's no disrespect.
What are you doing?
See?
Oh wow, you shit jelly beans.
Jelly beans?
And that's freaky as fuck, but what the hell?
Maybe you can explain to the children of the world why they didn't get their Easter baskets.
Easter. What? Easter?
Wait a minute, EB doesn't give a shit about Easter. He doesn't want to be the Easter Bunny, so what the fuck? Who cares? Why would he care? So far, we have a very forced relationship between these two. EB got hit by a car by this guy, and now he wants to spend time with him for some reason. And now he's lying. Well, of course, I don't know why he's lying, but why is he lying exactly? Why does he want to stay with? Why does he want to stay with this guy? It doesn't make any sense.
I'm not sure. You know, you're the first impression people get when they walk in here. In many ways, you are the face of the company.
You know, this scene feels a lot like the Alvin and the Chipmunks movie too. Remember when Dave went to his job, and Alvin and the Chipmunks ruined that job for him? Remember?
What's that?
It's fine. It just gets in the way of writing my novel is all.
Oh, are you writing a novel? What's that about?
It's about a crippled soldier who, in the future, goes to another planet and he becomes one of the indigenous people who are blue and live in the forest.
That's not Avatar?
I was thinking Smurfs. I was thinking Smurfs for some reason.
Take a walk and I can... So
But nice pop culture reference, by the way, though.
But you'd be starting
Real timely. Seriously, why does EB want to stay with Fred? What have these two done together to establish some kind of friendship?
He is the godfather of entertainment. And he's having auditions tomorrow.
The Hoff? You mean...
David Hasselhoff, really? Oh my god.
Blind. Well, excuse me, but I happen to think you're better than that.
You don't know me, okay? We just met.
I can tell. You give off this aura of untapped potential.
Like, look, I know Monsters University was seen as like one of the weaker Pixar films, but it knew what it was talking about, and the ending for that movie was the right ending. Like, you gotta start in the mailroom and build yourself up. That's how life works. You can't just go from the top, from bottom to top like that. That's not how life works. You gotta work your way to the top. Alright? I want to be a big name YouTuber. Right now I only have like 300 something, almost 300 subscribers. Not even 300 yet. But I'm still willing to try.
I called his dreams ridiculous. What kind of father does that?
I know
An asshole.
I will not. Even a humble chick could do the job.
Really, Carlos? Wow. I mean, that is funny. Can you imagine that? A chick delivering Easter? That's ridiculous.
I mean, let's think about this. He's gonna try and force his son, who has little to no experience with the job, doesn't want the job because he's a rabbit. However, he's going to ignore the person who has worked the job for years, has lots of experience, wants the job, all because he's a chick.
Do you know what?
Do I need to say what's wrong with that? I shouldn't have to.
No, what I mean is, you shouldn't talk.
What? Like, ever?
Yeah, ever would be wonderful. But from now on, especially not in front of other people. They might freak out and want to dissect your brain.
And yet they're sitting in a diner, talking to each other in front of everybody.
It's a simple combination of...
Who cares?
Okay, here, garnish. Can I get some chocolate syrup?
Sure, doll.
Yeah, see, no one gives a shit apparently in this world. Who cares?
My friend, you never told me you had a sister. There's still so much we don't know about each other, Fred.
Oh man, if she goes.
Yeah, good point.
Why?
That's a damn good point.
Let me take one word out of you, and it's rabbit season. You got it? Okay. I'm gonna write
Seriously,
insurance.
they don't care.
Upstairs and clean
Humans
up.
don't give a
Right.
shit.
Look how cute this stuffed bunny is.
Wow.
Why would she randomly pick up a random stuffed toy?
So cute.
Yeah, seriously, this. What am I? Seriously, what are these two friends? Doesn't make any sense to me.
Don't eat that. You might not like the flavor.
Fred, relax.
Ah, she ate shit. We officially have a shit-eating joke in this movie.
Watermelon.
Where are those pink berets at? You know, the ones who clearly saw where EB was going? How does he reach the bass drum? Like the drum at the bottom? Yeah, he's not using the bass drum at all. Why not give him a drum set he can actually fucking use?
Stop! I don't want to hear anymore. I didn't like it.
I loved it, right?
I loved it.
Called it.
Hey, wait. You're not surprised that I'm a talking rabbit?
Little man, my best friend's a talking car.
Is that a Knight Rider reference? Seriously? What kind of kid's gonna get that reference? I mean, I get it, but what kid's gonna get this? This is a movie made for like 7-year-old kids.
The heart really does.
And again, why? This is obviously a world that doesn't give a shit if rabbits talk. So why is Fred the only one who gives a shit? Like, why is he the only one who cares? It doesn't make any sense to me.
We've had some good times. Hey, haven't we, Fred?
Yeah, there were a few.
No, there were not. There were no good times. You were both dicks to each other. Fred hit you with a car, and EB ruined the house you were babysitting. No good times whatsoever.
Who wouldn't want to be the Easter Bunny? That's like the greatest job ever.
Yeah, you think so, but it's what my dad wants, not me. He expects so much.
Sometimes fathers just don't get it.
He told me I only ever think of myself.
Other times they hit the nail right on the head.
They did. He did hit on the
I
head.
know we said we'd go.
Look, this is so different. I mean, EB's dad's a racist asshole who's stuck on tradition, and Fred's dad is right.
Place.
I mean, this is like a 30-some-year-old guy who doesn't have a job, who doesn't have his life together. Yeah. I can't side with really any of these guys. Well, I mean, okay, I can kind of side with EB because his dad's a prick, but
I'm sure I'll be fine.
Fred's dad, I agree with totally.
I could be one of them.
The magic of Easter. Because Easter is the most magical of holidays. You know, besides Christmas, Halloween, Thanksgiving.
How you doing? Who's your kid playing? An egg. An egg. My kid is the Easter Bunny.
Yeah, okay, take it back. Fred's dad's a prick too. How much would I bet they sing an obnoxious pop song?
Oh, never mind. Everyone, false alarm, please. Continue with your awful singing.
How did that rabbit just talk?
Why do you care? Does this will give a shit if animals talk or not?
Oh, absolutely.
I want candy.
Oh my god. These songs. These fucking songs, dude. How old is this song? This song came out when I was like 5. So no one cares that this guy's upstaging a little kid's play? At all? Most people call this guy a douchebag. This is fucking dumb. Yeah. So no one gives a shit about that?
They love her.
Yeah, I'm with the sister. That was very awkward and uncomfortable the whole way through.
You a good Easter Bunny?
Jerk.
Yeah, again, I'm with her. That was a dickish thing to do.
Oh,
Is this your new career? Upstaging grade schoolers with your ventriloquist puppet?
Yeah.
No. Can you give me just, I don't know, one reason not to be disappointed?
Yeah, I'm with the dad. Like, seriously, what has this guy done? At all to earn none disappointment?
Fred. Fred, dude.
yeah, great job.
Well, tell me about it.
Yeah, I can't really tell you about it, but it's big. You're gonna love it.
What?
Really big.
No. He wants to be the Easter Bunny.
It's all been leading up to
No.
this. Up to
No.
You don't want to be the Easter Bunny, right? I know who can take your place.
No.
Me?
No.
I'm
No.
sorry, would you mind repeating that, am I good?
What was that for?
That's for people who've gone loose.
Exactly, yeah, that's fucking dumb.
Funny. You don't want the job anyway. The pressure is on.
You work one night a year, okay?
I'm serious. I can do this. I will be the bunny.
This is fucking stupid.
It's me, you idiot. I'm taking over.
Oh, I
So yeah, the Mexican chicken has to be evil. Really? He has to be evil. I mean, I understand why he's evil, but does he really have to be a Mexican stereotype?
You know, I've been...
Doesn't really help the movie much, does it?
A nice job on the eggs.
Told you I was serious.
So this is really where they're going with the movie. Oh my god, they're really gonna go with this story arc, aren't they? They're really gonna have this human who won't get a job magically become the Easter Bunny, because that's a great message to teach the kids at home. If you want to be the Easter Bunny, you can! Don't worry ever about getting a real job. Oh, there they are. They only spent about a whole day, and they should have been... Or, not even a day, probably God knows how long. It could have been days, for all I know. Wasting their time doing nothing.
What about Fred? Oh, he'll be alright.
Yeah, they're just a bunch of rabbit ninjas. Yeah, I think that would probably overdose him and kill him.
Does anyone care that that's a butterball turkey?
No, that is EB. He has the same shirt and everything. My deepest condolences.
Who would cook a rabbit with clothes on?
You are a jerk for abandoning Fred. Hey, I don't
Oh,
think
so
that kind of
now
person
you're
did. Yeah, well,
now
should.
you care about
You
Fred.
abandoned...
Oh, alright, well, EB, you're wanted on stage in 2 minutes.
Really? No, movie. You do not have the wit nor the charm to pull that off. Yo, no. You lack all of those things.
Go to him.
Of course you're gonna tell him the answer instead of having him figure it out himself.
Go to him.
Uh-oh.
What'd you think was gonna happen? Dumbass?
Have you completely lost your mind?
That's what the actor said when he read the script.
Put him on the belt, boys. Dice him, slice him, and pulverize him.
That's a bit excessive. Oh, no.
Why is he suddenly so super evil? Like, the fuck? He just wanted a job. He's one character in this movie, he wanted to work. Bullshit. I'm calling bullshit on that. It's weird that chicks are used for like slave labor and stuff. Their leader's a Mexican stereotype. This is really bad. Oh, of course this drumming's gonna somehow save the day.
Knock it off!
Shouldn't it be the guy holding the reins that controls the animals? Not that guy? That's not how it works for stuff like planes and shit. Phil shouldn't have any control of this whatsoever. This makes no sense.
Dad, I'm ready.
But EB...
What's EB done to be ready for Easter?
I'm still gonna be a drummer, Dad. But I can be the Easter Bunny too. There's just one thing.
I said that at the beginning of the movie!
Please step forward.
So a chick can't be an Easter Bunny, but a human is perfectly fine. What racist shit is that?
And now, by the power vested in me, I pronounce EB and Fred O'Hare co-Easter Bunnies. Hear, hear!
What the hell? And all the chicks who started that coup are perfectly fine?
Now go!
That was fucking dumb. That was fucking stupid.
Oh, they're here. This is exciting. That's my co-Easter Bunny. Hey, why do you guys...
Wait a minute, he told his family he's the Easter Bunny. How do they not fucking disown him at this point? How do they not think he's mentally insane at this point?
Weird.
They actually fucking just came out and said that to his family.
Wow.
Fred, wait!
Oh my god, this is so... And now here comes that obvious moment.
I'm proud.
Out of fucking right field, he's proud of his son finally. Oh my god, this is so forced.
Thanks, Dad.
Oh, this fucking movie is terrible. I can see why Illumination never brings this movie up anymore, because this movie was terrible. This was just a terrible movie. Nothing made sense. It was so forced, so mean.
Words, Fred. Happy Easter to all, and to all a good mid to late.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Oh, it's so stupid. Oh, thank God it's over. Is it? It's over. It's fucking over. Oh my God. Okay, well, that was Hop. And it fucking sucked. Holy shit. I mean, I never heard, I didn't know much about this movie going in. I assumed it was a piece of shit because nobody ever talked about it anymore. I don't know. I saw someone review it not too long ago, and I was curious. But my God, that was indeed very fucking dumb. That was fucking retarded, to say the least. I mean, I don't like using that word like that, but yeah, this movie was fucking dumb. I mean, nothing about this world really made any sense. I mean, this world was so inconsistent with its rules. Like, there were people out there who didn't give a shit about the rabbits talking, and then the world, but at the same time, there'd be people who would worry about animals talking, and then people would ask, how did that animal talk? It's like, they just talk, apparently. Like, do you not know what these other people do? It's like some people live in caves, other people are part of the modern day world. It's like, whatever. David Hasselhoff's fine with it. The waitress at the diner is fine with it. But Fred's dad has to ask why the animal talks. Like, it doesn't make any sense. The world of the Easter Bunny isn't really well defined either. Like, it's just they have these portals that can teleport them anywhere they want in the world, yet they need a sleigh to go around the world. Why? Like I remember watching the movie Rise of the Guardians, which is a much better movie than this. Like, they made it much better. Like, the eggs could actually move on their own, and they go through these tunnels that lead around the world. Like, that felt much more realistic. And they didn't really feel the need to have, like, technology do it either. It felt very natural. Like, it's just, they dug those holes themselves to go around the planet. That's just the way it works. But here, it's like, very simple. It's just like, well, the Easter Bunny just has a magic sleigh, like Santa Claus. That's just the way it works. Oh my God, the humor sucks. It's definitely childish. It's so unfunny. But what do I expect from the guy who made Alvin and the Chipmunks? Like, this is from the same director who wrote that film. He directed it. I think he wrote for it too. It was a bad film, and unsurprisingly, this is a bad film too. There's a lot of pop culture references, a lot of pop songs that were used and shit like that. The main two characters they're so, I don't want to use the word dull, but very unlikable, and just kind of, there's no real reason why they're friends, really. It's like, I don't know where E.B. wants to live with Fred, despite the fact that he got hit by a car and shit, and despite Fred trying so hard to get rid of him, and there really not being any real reason for E.B. to be with Fred, he's still trying to be with him, and it's like, I don't know. And then by the end of the movie, it's like, oh, they're friends now. It's like, how? Like, E.B.'s like, we had some good times. I'm like, no, you didn't. You had no good times whatsoever. Then there was the racist dad, which, by the way, that is a big shit. That's a big issue with this fucking movie. Carlos was a Mexican stereotype. He was denied a job based on his race. He and his entire workforce, who are chicks, or I guess Mexicans, are an entire workforce. They work just for work labor, nothing else. That's nice. And to throw salt in the wound, a human can be the Easter Bunny, but a chick can't. And because the chick can't be the Easter Bunny, he has to be a supervillain for some reason at the end of the movie, because that's just the way this movie works. Whatever. I mean, it's not like that has any unfortunate implications whatsoever, does it? My God, this movie was so dumb. Ugh. Like, I mean, I guess I can see now why Illumination doesn't talk about Hop anymore, because this movie was awful. Like, this was a terrible fucking film. Like, you never once feel a damn thing for these characters, and I mean, you feel more for the people around them. Like you understand where Fred's family's coming from. Like, I mean, that guy, if it was like someone like maybe my age, like I'm 22, if it was like my age, then maybe we can kind of get behind him a little more. Like, he's still kind of young, still kind of needing to get out of there a little more. But this guy, Fred, is like in his 30s. Like, I don't know how old the actor was at this point, but he's definitely in his 30s. Like, at that age, it's like, there's no hope for the guy. I'm sorry. If he's not doing anything now, I don't know what to tell you. He might need help. Like, some serious help at this point. He's just a lazy, good-for-nothing who, I'm sorry, just doesn't really deserve any help. And it doesn't help for the fact that the sister... I mean, okay, if the sister helps him with a job interview, I can accept that. But she pretty much gives him a house in some sense. Out of fucking nowhere. That's so much fun. Very few things made me laugh in this movie. The first thing that made me laugh was that one line from the adopted girl. It's like, I think the only reason you adopted me is because Fred turned out to be such a disappointment. That was funny as hell. Like, that was a damn funny line. That's easily the funniest one. There was also the moment where Evie went to the Playboy Mansion looking for a place for bunnies. That was kind of funny. I thought that was kind of clever. I know there was one other joke I laughed at, but I can't really remember it. The rest of this movie the rest of this movie was not funny at all. It was very bad. Definitely very potty humor. Like, there's a lot of jokes about butts and the fact that the rabbit can shit jelly beans, and we had a joke where she ate one of them, and it's just like, ugh. Like, definitely a lot of thought was put through this movie, wasn't it? But yeah, this film wasn't well thought out. It's not funny. It's kind of mean-spirited. It's very cliche. And it does rip off a lot of Alvin and the Chipmunks. Remember, you have the human overreacting to animals, even though the world seemingly doesn't really give a shit if the animals talk. Like, remember in Alvin and the Chipmunks, Dave freaked the fuck out when he found that the chipmunks could talk, but suddenly they're singing in front of the entire planet and no one cares? Like, what? No one gives a shit? Same rules here. Like, some people care, but others don't. It's like, it doesn't make any sense. It does not care. This film doesn't care about consistency. It doesn't care about making really a lot of sense. It just wants to be a very simple film with pop culture references, pop songs. It sucks. It's one of those kind of movies. It's in there with, if it wasn't for the fact that it's based on an original kind of idea as opposed to something like Smurfs, Alvin and the Chipmunks, Garfield and them, like, it's definitely with those movies. And I think it would be up there more and more talked about if it was a well-known show from, like, the 80s. Like, if E.B. was a character from, like, the 80s or 90s or whatever, like a Hanna-Barbera cartoon or something, then I'm sure people would keep talking about Hop to this day, to the point where the nostalgia critic himself would review this movie, but it's not. But this movie is definitely in that territory with Smurfs, where it's a lot of product placement, a lot of celebrity appearances, a lot of celebrity voice actors, and all that kind of shit, and all that good stuff. The marketing, the shameless pop songs, the selling out, all that crap. It's all here. It's all here. It's just... Hop is a terrible fucking movie. Oh my god, it's so fucking awful. I hated this movie. This was awful. Alright. It was awful. And I hope to God I never have to see it again. So I have to go watch Rise of the Guardians now, because that's a much better Easter movie than this ever could be. And the funny thing is, that movie has like a fourth of it dedicated to Easter. That fourth is better made at Easter than this whole movie was. But to be fair, Rise of the Guardians is actually a pretty good movie, so there's that. So it's a little unfair to compare these two. But yeah, basically this was shit. To put it down bluntly, this was a shit movie. It's a piece of shit. So, that was Hop, guys. What did y'all think about Hop? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, guys. And as always, I'll see you in the next time. Stay awesome, guys. Rock on.